Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, it's one of those things like, never thought we'd be making this video.
Nope.
But I don't really know like what else to do. So if you have been following like me on Instagram and you saw our last video and videos in December, you will see that we bought a caravan. We called her Madge. And 1984 Millard pop top, and we were renovating her. Not last weekend, but the weekend before on our maiden voyage.
Australia Day it was.
Australia Day, yeah. And we didn't have everything finished, but if you saw like on the Instagram, we had the bed done, we had the couch in and the cabinet for the fridge, and then we were all off on our maiden voyage. We got an hour away from home, and then what happened, Dean?
Well, I looked in the review mirror and I'm like, well, she's on a bit of an angle. Just tilting a little bit. You can see Millard, and I'm just like, slight angle. So I pull up in the next town, not too far away. So I pull up, I'm like, I'll get out and have a look. First glance, I'm thinking, yeah, I thought the tyre might be down or something like, oh yeah. And then I get around the side of the caravan, and yeah, the whole side wall has come off the flooring, part of the frame of the sidewall. The sidewall framing has come away from the flooring, and she's detached and she's just hanging down pretty low and
like an inch off the ground, kind of like that much off the ground.
Didn't look all that good on the side of the road.
So you came, I was in the passenger seat, just like, oh yeah, he's just checking. He came up to the door and he's like, so that trip was short-lived. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, the whole wall's off. And I thought he meant like the wall had ripped off or something like that. But that's not what he meant. And I got out, I had a look, I took some photos, and I'm like, what do we do? Like, can we drive home? No. We were like in this little tiny town, like that didn't have tow trucks or anything like that. Nah. So we actually pulled into a servo and like parked. He said that we could park around the back on the grass. Could barely even do that. As we drove, like it kept getting worse, like especially on the grass, like it kept digging in and it was just a mess. But we called a tow truck, $570 tow truck. Yeah,
that wasn't cheap.
And we had it towed back home. About 10 minutes down the road on the tow truck, he calls Dean and he's like, what did he say? I think the chassis is gone or something like that.
Yeah, he said something about the chassis, which was a bit silly because it was all tied down the chassis.
We pulled over and it wasn't the chassis. It was just the fact that this one wall was hanging off and it was pulling everything else down. There wasn't really like anything that we could do. So we just kind of went a bit slower on the way home. Look, he barely got it off the tow truck, to be honest.
Well, he got it off. Don't worry about that.
He got it off, but like, it was not good.
Didn't roll off voluntarily.
Yeah. So. I'm calling my mum and she's like absolutely devastated for us. Like I think that we coped quite well with the crisis. Let's call it.
Oh yeah, it was fine. It was just
we did have to wait like probably an hour or two by the time the tow truck came.
Yeah, it's probably 2 hours from calling the tow truck and getting it on the truck. And it was a slow drive home due to just like not really wanting to go too fast on the back of the truck. But
anyway, we got home. We had a few options. We could leave in the morning, and Dean's dad, thankfully, he has a camper trailer that we were able to borrow. We could leave in the morning, get that on the way out, or we could just leave straight again. So we left from home that night, and it was like 6 o'clock by the time we left here. It was nearly 7 by the time we left your dad's. We didn't get there till like 11 to Warrnambool. And thankfully the camper trailer takes 5 minutes to set up.
Oh yeah, camper trailer, easy.
But it was in the dark.
Yeah, that didn't stop us. A couple of torches.
Like our parents, like they were just so happy that we were there and that we were okay. And we are so grateful that like that wall didn't fly off and hit someone. Yeah. We're grateful that we caught it when we did.
Yeah. Oh, it could have been worse. Yeah, like I mean, if it fell off, hit the ground while you're driving it. I mean, I was only doing 90 k's an hour, but hits the wall, the ground, and then the wall rips off and someone's behind you. You know, that's just no good. So yeah, I mean, like it was lucky how it's all panned out, but yeah.
So we did have a really lovely weekend despite that happening, but it's like now it's come home and I'm looking at Madge now and
Maggie.
She's dead.
I can see the roof.
Like,
Shouldn't be
you
able to
shouldn't
see
be able to see the roof. Like, she is
like-
just like on an angle, and it just hits home because like I can't even. It's like I spent so long like every day, and you know, you have all these hopes and dreams, and then it's all gone.
Yeah, well, obviously not ideal. And yeah, a lot of effort went into it from both of us. But you know, it is what it is, and we're
like, I'm glad everyone's okay and everything, and I know it's just a caravan, but it's just like, with what I've been through, like, it was a bit of like it was something to occupy my mind, something to keep me busy, something that I had a passion for and that I wanted to learn about, and I just like, you know, for that long, like, we were so close to finishing it, and then to have it just ruined, like, it's just devastating. Like, I'm devastated, like, and it hasn't even really, like, I think it's just hitting me now, like, because I don't even want to talk about it, I don't even want to think about it, because it just, you know, it's that devastating. It was something that like finally saved me from, you know, like with what we went through last year and everything. Even now, like, it saved me from not thinking about TTC and everything like that, and now it's just gone.
Yep.
And I don't really know what to do with myself, because I spent every day out there, like, you know, or working on looking up things, watching videos, reading about stuff, like, and it's just...
And now you're probably not even doing that. What's the point?
There's no point. It was like a hobby that I just like dove into so hard, and it was happening, and now it's just gone. Like, I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it, but you know, this probably seems way too dramatic, but I had a lot invested in Madge, like money-wise and emotional and hopes and dreams, and just feels like it's been ripped out of our hands.
Little getaway box for us, you know, where we can take it where we want, set her up and go on adventures. But
this makes us think, like, did we get sold a dodgy one? Like, obviously, like, you know, we didn't know much about caravans. Like,
yeah, it's probably yeah, you're not wrong. Like, I mean, we're going into it blind. Looked very, very neat, tidy picking it up from the underneath. It was, you know, pretty solid. Is it just purely just old age and coincidence that it's just fallen apart?
Like, it made it home okay, and then we, you know, did things like, and why was it one side and not the other side? Like, it must have just, like, we just don't know.
Like, I mean, with now it's sort of come apart a little bit at the bottom. Like, there's one part of the frame on the side that you can see, and it's a little bit rotted. You can't see that when it's all behind, you know, the shell and the inside walls and things like that. So, you know, you're just working on virtually cosmetic upgrades on the inside by, you know, pulling up a bed and couch and then just putting it back. What do you do? And
it's not like we can go back and change anything. And there was a point where I was just like, we should just rip it all apart, and, like, you know, I've seen people start from just the chassis and they take everything off, and you were just like, not having it.
Nah. Well, I mean,
like, this was back in December.
You sort of think, well, you know, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to make money from it after a while, after using it, or, you know, whatever?
Well, you don't want this to happen.
Yeah, that's right. But, you know,
if I got another caravan, I would literally strip it like everyone else does. Like, I'd take up the floor, I'd take off all the walls, and I'd just start afresh. Like, if anyone's going to do it, I'd probably suggest that, unless you get it looked over really by, you know, a specialist of caravans, and they can confirm that everything's fine.
Yeah, I was not interested in doing that.
No.
Pretty time consuming, and, you know, summer and you want to use it, well, you know, like, get into using it.
Yeah, I
know.
know.
You know, we're sort of like, well, if we do that, and, you know, got to put it in the shed, that's going to take up room, and, you know, then it's out for a year probably. Like, literally, it will be, if you're going to do it, it will be a long, long project.
So now, well, we were meant to hear back from our insurance this week, but they are busy, so they're going to have to they sent it off to a third party and they're going to have someone inspect it. We're hoping that that comes back fine. And, you know, it was lucky, not lucky, I guess, you know, it was smart that we did insure it before our first trip.
Yeah.
So we are hoping that that, you know, comes back, and then at least, because I kept a tally of like a budget of everything that I spent on it, because I did want to stick to a budget. And yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit lost right now. I just don't really know what to do.
No, and it's hard with it. It's just literally just.
It's just like sitting where it was before, but it's broken.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, I don't really know what else to say, but yeah, I don't know if I'll put out any more of the series, because what's the point? I don't know what to do. I'm just like, and I don't want to look at the videos because it just makes me upset. I don't even want to think about editing and putting it together. And it was something that I was looking so forward to sharing with you guys. And she was looking so good, and yeah. Anyway, it's not the end of the world. But
if anybody wants a cheap pop top curtain
that's broken and you probably can't tow anywhere.
Don't tell them that.
Anyway,
You've
we'll find out.
Yourself, but,
we'll find out what happens with the insurance and everything, and yeah, I'll have to let you guys know. But
we got once, you know, we've thought of options, I guess. If insurance comes through, what do we do next? Something similar, maybe something a little bit better. Nothing. Start another hobby. So there's this video. Sorry, it was really depressing, and I understand I have been so absent from my channel. I only put out one video in January. It's not like I wanted it to be that way. It was just that I was so busy with Madge, and like I just am so stuck right now. Like I don't know what to make videos on. Like I'm just so lost. And I know you guys don't care. You guys are like, make videos about whatever, but I just am really lost right now, and yeah. So yeah, I do apologize for, you know, not putting out stuff. But hopefully you guys can understand. Anyway. Thanks for watching this video. And yeah, I guess I'll see you next time. Alright, see you later.
Bye.